We have another young Indian with us today in the Voice of the Young segment. Hello, everybody. Good to be with you once again. Today, we have with us Raunak Maitra, and he's an aspiring economist. Over to you, Raunak.
Hello, good evening. Thank you, Professor Mathu, for granting me this wonderful opportunity to share my story with all of you today. I must admit, this is an unique experience for me, and I hope you will bear with me as I try my best to convey my journey in a meaningful way. Uh, First, starting with, I belong from a rural background, and given the financial constraint, my decision to pursue a higher education was not an easy one. In my high secondary level, I pursued pure science and I was preparing for medical entrance exams. Um, However, during that time, I found that physics and chemistry were to be somewhat boring to me. And then I decided to opt for economics. And that was also not easy because especially my parents were hesitant about changing my stream. No? So, but however, I just followed my passion and made my way into economics. The most important thing during that phase that I felt that that I felt is lack of knowledge about the opportunities of economics, econometrics, and statistics related subjects in the rural areas, mostly in rural student community. Most of the students are not aware of these interesting subjects, and most of the schools in the rural areas is not providing economics or statistics as a subject also. So that was a problem, and that is also a problem right now, still now. So it was during the lockdown period, I stumbled upon various books, especially the poor economics, and uh, the books helped me a lot to
Where were
grew my
the
interest in
Raunak? Where were these
yes,
books? You stumbled
yes.
upon them in the college library, or where were they?
No, during the lockdown period, I ordered it from the online website. So that was the thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I was preparing for my NEET examination. So till then, I was not admitted into a college
Okay.
properly. So I then it's already and I started the things growing and my interest in socio-economic problems started to grow, and especially when the book started to develop the concepts like development, malnutrition, and how the poor people's identity is related to their gender, their social uh, status. So all these things create a thing that grew my interest now. So and that part I also could relate closely due to my financial and regional background. And then I came to presidency in the November 2020. I joined presidency. I just the thing is that for me, presidency is a kind of dream college for my life. So I vividly remember the day when I first came to College Street after my class 10 board exams. That 200-year-old building gives me a sense of wonder, and I knew my heart that that was where I wanted to be. And for students like us who came from a rural area, suburban area, presidency is still like a milestone. Its cultural, its political, and historic involvement in Bengal Renaissance as well as India's independence movements makes it unique. However, my journey here is also not without its hurdles. So one of the most challenging part that I have faced that thing is my proficiency in English. So English is not my first language, and it presented a significant barrier in the academic environment initially, but I started to overcome this obstacle. It was a gradual process, but I started somehow to overcome these things. Uh, and my journey was not solely about the academic pursuits also. So it was also some about personal growth. There were times in my village when I faced tremendous bullying and hate, cause which made me questions about my identity and my masculinity. This pushed me leave my village as early as possible, but parents were very much supportive at that time period. And I seek for a more inclusive environment. And in presidency, I found that company of good friends, supportive professors, and mentors who helped me to develop. And during the time of the undergraduation, I just recently completed my undergraduation. And during the time of undergraduation, I developed a keen interest in the applied economics. And I just wanted to pursue my master's in that field, And I also found myself drawn to understand how the gender, income, and regional identity shape an individual's equality of life, and how social disparities play a crucial role in shaping our communities.
Okay.
So I have also keen interest in econometrics and financial economics too, because like in financial economics, from starting from the evolution of a firm's health and the international, especially the international financial market, like the derivatives market, how that works, like the option markets, option market, there is the swap market, and there is another two markets also. I'm just forgetting the names.
It's okay. All right. You are doing well. Continue, please.
So, yes. Yes, I have a keen interest in financial economics too. So, and the thing is that my ultimate goal is to be an administrator and to become a policymaker and serving my nation. When I just offer economics, I have I have a kind of goal that I will be an IAS officer or IES officer. But is this things all this is nowadays I am also preparing for UPSC also, and helping and my ultimate goal is also that helping those persons who are in the same condition that I am in today. So once I get established, I will be trying to do some kind of thing, some doing that kind of thing also, whatever I can afford. As I look back to on my personal journey, I am filled with gratitude that opportunities that came my way and the unwavering support I received from my parents, my professors. I today stand here, I am excited and optimistic about my future. I know that path ahead is not smooth, but I am prepared to face any challenges that come. So there may be some problem, but I will try to just to overcome that thing. I don't know was it or was it all motivational or not, but to those audience who feel that our condition is closely related, I encourage you to embrace your own journey and passions. It is okay to feel obstacles. There are opportunities for growth and learning. Let us use our education and skills to make a positive impact on the world around us. Together, we can create a bright future, not just for ourselves, but for those who are less fortunate. And Professor Mathur also told me that I should prepare some prepare some notes from topics which I have interest. So I have prepared I have as I have told, I have special interest in financial economics and econometrics. So I have prepared one short note on the central bank digital currencies. So I just wanted to share that PPT.
Just let me respond to your journey. It's a remarkable journey, and I'm so proud of you. You know, it is indeed difficult, first of all, for anybody to get into presidency. It is one of the top colleges, universities in the world. I say so because I used to have, when I was a student in USA, I used to have a colleague from Presidency. And I was from Delhi, and he would say, "Oh, you, Subodh, you are illiterate compared to Presidency." You don't know anything, because what they teach in Delhi is nothing compared to what they teach in Presidency. You are just an illiterate person. You don't know anything. And he was right. Compared to him, I knew much less. So Presidency is a great place, and that you got in and you have survived it and you have picked up all these interests. Your parents should be really proud of you. Your community should be really proud of you. And I'm proud of you that, in India, we still have a path for people who are determined, but who may not be well off, but they can still get it. And they can still get into presidency, get into, actually, the path may not be smooth for you, but it won't be troublesome. You will make it. You will make it because you have top-notch credentials. Okay, you have top-notch credentials, and everybody will recognize that you have struggled hard to get it. So anybody who struggles that hard and makes it, that is indeed praiseworthy, and you should really be applauded for it. And also your goals, when you say, I will help the people, that is most welcome. It's a great idea because, there are people who are less fortunate, and you know it, but you have overcome some of those obstacles. And I'm indeed very, very happy to hear that from you. Okay, with that, let's shift to your paper.
I'm just sharing.
Yeah, okay, I will pause it till you are ready with your... Okay, the screen is up and we are ready. Let's go.
So, as Professor Mathur asked me to prepare a note, I have prepared a note on central bank digital currencies. This is a new concept that has been put in by the RBI during the last year, October 7. So, so let us first let us first go through about the history of money. So, progressing from a barter system and introduction of metallic coins, and then we came to other paper currency. So in modern economics, we are using some fiat currency and the paper currencies right now. So it is working as a sovereign supported currency, especially the representatives of central bank established as a legal tender that embodies basically it uses as a versatile instrument facilitating transactions. It is quantifying value and storing the wealth. Sorry. So in the past, we have seen that India's financial system was mostly bank-centric, relying on cash and bank deposit. However, there is a remarkable shift in the India's payment system in the last decade. We are mostly gone towards the digital payment system. So there was a historic journey from 1980s. It started with ECS payment system, and then is gradually developed to NEFT in 2005. Then IMPS, that was the most popular thing, and in 2016 there was introduction of UPI. That is the most common used part of our payment system right now. So, and the modern requirements about the economy is the thing is that not only RBI, there are various central banks in the world like China to Sweden. They are introducing their own digital currencies, and uh, and with that trade, our Reserve Bank of India, our central bank, has also issued a concept note on central bank digital currencies. And we first need to understand what does it mean by the CBDCs. So there is no such universal definition for the central bank digital currencies in various in various regions. So basically, there are some definitions that comes from the banks of England that is saying that it's an electronic form of central bank money that could be used by household and business to make payments and store value. The Bank of International Settlements defines CBDCs as a digital form of central bank money that is different from balances in traditional reserve and settlement accounts. And the Reserve Bank of India defines CBDCs as a legal tender issued by a central bank in a digital form. It is the same as a sovereign currency, and it is exchangeable one-to-one at par with the fiat currency. According to RBI, CBDCs would differ from the existing digital money available to the public because CBDC would be a liability to the Reserve Bank and not of any commercial bank.
Right.
So, what were the motivation behind to just introducing the CBDCs? So first of all, we have to, as we all know, there are some private digital currencies like cryptocurrencies, and there are the UPI is also functioning properly. So what is the extra need for introducing the CBDCs? That thing is that with the private digital currencies, there are still number of anonymity. So that is working as a that is this exposes them to as various risks, like including money laundering and financing of terrorism. That kind of thing is being happening through these cryptocurrencies. And also that thing is that the UPI, although it is working well within our territory, but it is not. It is we can just do. We just can't do cross-border transaction using the UPI. The payment, the current payment system, that is the Square, is basically sluggish, and it is taking out. It is mostly costlier. So there is a need to introduce a national CBDCs, and also the thing is that managing physical cash, that is imposing a high cost, high cost, and introducing CBDCs, we can just remove those costs. And the other thing is also that India have a unique scenario with the payment, with a rapidly growing payment system. India has also a huge amount of demand for cash. That is also a motivation behind introducing the digital payments. So the next question that comes with that thing is that, will CBDC support any kind of financial inclusion? Obviously, it will support. The framework that RBI has supported, RBI has told that these CBDCs will be work offline method also. So that will, and as the any digital, and as any digital transaction is is creating a digital record or digital footprint. So who are currently lack of access to traditional banking, that will be enabling the collection of valuable data for creating more precise risk assessment, and that will in turn facilitate their faster credit approval for poor individual as well as the MSME sectors also. So based on their frequency and volume of transaction, so that could create a financial inclusion opportunity too. And the most thing is that the most obstacle wala part is that the implementation of digital currency, what are the obstacles? So first of all thing that we have to understand that if the CBDCs are bearing some interest cost, that will create a hamper toward the banking system. It is giving an interest more than the deposit rate, then everyone will be attracting towards the CBDCs. They will be not going for any bank deposit. So that will be creating a disruption to the disruption to the functioning of the banking system. So given that thing, the approach should be that CBDC should not bear any interest. But it is also true that if the central bank want to use CBDCs as a monetary policy tool, that should come through some interest cost. Na? So without any interest, the CBDCs will be less effective. That is the thing. And the thing is that devising that is the thing. Another thing is that the CBDCs is designed that preserve that current levels of anonymity and privacy found in physical cash poses a challenge. The inherent traceability of digital transaction contrasts with the desired anonymity. Yet, maintaining traceability could be more advantageous for monitoring illicit activities that often exploit anonymous digital currencies. But and also given its digital nature, more robust cybersecurity technical stability is being expected from that thing to just make the integrity and to safeguard the data. And the consequences that may come from the CBDT is that, hello.
Yes, please continue.
Yes, sorry. Okay. The thing is that consequences of the central bank digital currencies. So the bank notes and the CBDTs are quite similar, but though they are distinct liabilities of the central bank. So when a household exchanges one asset for another, the central bank also swaps another asset for another swaps its liability for another thing. So it's just altered the combination, not the scale. So household and that will be big, doesn't make any change in the household and central bank balance sheet. And there is also a possibility that CBDCs might lead to commercial banks collectively holding reduced reserve. Should these banks find themselves with insufficient reserve to meet their supervisory liquidity risk measures, and they may seek for obtain additional reserves from the central bank. If the central banks opts to fulfill this demand by issuing fresh reserves, the central bank balance sheet will expand by the corresponding amount. During the stable economic periods, individuals typically favor interest bank deposit over the CBDTs. However, the exceptional occurrence of a high risk timeless economic turmoil or widespread of bank failure, CBDT secure alternative to bank deposit, backed by an unwavering guarantee of the central bank. CBDTs arises no risks of devaluation, as is convenient for storing the substantial sums. So that is the thing. And I just want to say that there are some potential there's some potential positive consequences that come from CBDC. Also, there are some consequences that can lead lead a negative thing to the economy. So we have to be more precise to design the CBDCs so that it would just help to develop the economy, to of the economy. Thank you, Professor.
That's quite a bit of thinking and analysis. It's an emerging topic, and I'm glad you have spent the time and effort to understand it and to present. What you're saying is that this is a good thing, right? Let's have it. It's a good thing. Let's have it. It's the next step in moving towards digital life, and that's a good thing, and it won't hurt anybody. It can be done to reduce the costs, to reduce the time and transaction costs and so on. And it's not going to hurt the poor. They can also be part of it. Until they shift to it, they can continue to use the old system. So it's not like a disruption. It's not like demonetization, which was a disruption. This is a smooth transition. As you said, there used to be coins, then there came paper, and now you're saying is that, look, paper is on its way out. We are all becoming digital. And why should the digital not come from the central bank? Why should it come from, like Bitcoin or crypto or something? Okay, thank you very much. Let's get rid of this screen so that we can see you. Right, okay. Wonderful to hear from you, Raunak. And anything else you want to add at this point? What's your future like? We didn't hear that. So you've finished your degree. What are you looking at?
I've just told that I have just recently graduated from Presidency University. I couldn't crack the ISI IGI, so I will be pursuing my higher studies from Presidency only. I will be doing my master's in applied economics from Presidency, and then I have a dream to go for higher studies for PhDs, and that is, I have not decided yet.
Okay, I
understand. I just finished my master's.
Yeah. But overall, you think your future, though it may not be smooth, will be bright. Hope so, right?
Hope so.
All right. So. Okay. Thank you. It was great to have you. And let's say bye to the viewers at this point. Thank you, Raunak. I'm so glad to hear from your struggles and your story and your success. I'll be back with another young person or an expert soon. Till then, bye.